Arcade game. Arcade games were built for quick, exciting play in public machines found in malls, game centers, and restaurants. They became popular in the late 1970s and 1980s with games like Pac-Man and Space Invaders. The focus is usually simple controls, fast reactions, and short rounds designed to keep players coming back. Arcade games helped shape the early gaming industry by proving that video games could become a global form of entertainment. Platformer. Platformers are games where movement and jumping are the core mechanics. Players travel across platforms, avoid hazards, and time their jumps carefully. The genre became famous through classics like Super Mario Bros. What makes platformers stand out is precision. Even a small jump can decide success or failure, which gives these games a satisfying rhythm and challenge. Puzzle game. Puzzle games challenge the player's logic, pattern recognition, or problem-solving skills. Instead of fast action, they reward thinking ahead and understanding systems. Games like Tetris became iconic because the rules are easy to learn but difficult to master. Puzzle games matter because they appeal to almost everyone, even people who do not normally play games. Shooter. Shooter games revolve around aiming, attacking enemies, and managing combat under pressure. They can be played from a first-person or third-person perspective. Early shooters evolved from arcade action into major franchises like Doom. The genre became one of the biggest in gaming because it delivers intense action, quick decision-making, and constant tension. Fighting game. Fighting games focus on one-on-one combat between characters, each with unique moves and abilities. Players win by mastering timing, combos, and defensive play. Series like Street Fighter II helped define competitive gaming long before esports became mainstream. Fighting games matter because skill expression is extremely visible, making every match feel personal.
Beat 'em up. Beat 'em ups involve moving through stages while fighting groups of enemies using punches, kicks, and special attacks. These games were especially popular in arcades during the 1980s and 1990s. Titles like Final Fight captured the appeal of simple but satisfying combat. They emphasize crowd control and momentum rather than careful duels. Role-playing game. Role-playing games, often called RPGs, let players grow a character through progression, stats, equipment, and story choices. The genre traces much of its design back to tabletop games like Dungeons & Dragons. RPGs stand out because progression feels meaningful. Every level, skill, and decision shapes the journey, giving players a strong sense of investment. Action RPG. Action RPGs combine character progression with real-time combat. Instead of taking turns, players attack, dodge, and react instantly. Games like Diablo helped popularize this blend. The genre became important because it keeps the deep customization of RPGs while making gameplay feel more immediate and dynamic. Turn-based game. Turn-based games slow everything down by giving each player or unit a turn to act. This structure rewards planning instead of reflexes. Strategy and RPG games often use this format because it allows complex decision-making. Titles like Pokémon Red and Blue introduced millions of players to turn-based combat. Strategy game. Strategy games challenge players to manage resources, units, and long-term planning. Winning often depends more on decisions than speed. Some are turn-based, while others happen in real time. Games like StarCraft showed how deep strategic thinking could become in gaming. This genre rewards patience, adaptability, and planning ahead.
Simulation game. Simulation games recreate real-world systems or activities. That could mean building cities, running farms, flying planes, or managing life itself. Games like The Sims became popular by turning everyday experiences into interactive systems. The appeal comes from experimentation and creativity without strict win conditions. Racing game. Racing games center on speed, control, and competition across tracks or roads. Some aim for realism, while others focus on fun and chaos. Classics like Mario Kart 8 show how broad the genre can be. Racing games matter because they offer immediate excitement and clear goals that anyone can understand. Sports game. Sports games recreate real sports, such as football, basketball, or soccer. They allow players to control teams, manage tactics, or relive famous moments. Franchises like EA Sports FC keep evolving alongside real sports culture. Their popularity comes from blending gaming with existing fan passion. Survival game. Survival games place players in harsh environments where resources are limited and danger is constant. Players gather materials, craft tools, and manage hunger or health. Games like Minecraft helped bring survival mechanics to a massive audience. The tension comes from balancing exploration with staying alive. Horror game. Horror games are designed to create fear, tension, and discomfort. They often use darkness, sound design, and limited resources to keep players uneasy.
Titles like Resident Evil shaped the genre by mixing combat with suspense. Horror games are unique because emotional reaction becomes part of the gameplay. Sandbox Game. Sandbox games give players freedom to explore, build, and interact with systems however they choose. Instead of forcing one path, they encourage creativity and experimentation. Games like Grand Theft Auto 5 and Minecraft help define this style. The main appeal is freedom. Open world game. Open world games feature large environments that players can explore with relatively few restrictions. Story missions may exist, but exploration is a major part of the experience. This design became increasingly popular as hardware improved. Open worlds matter because they create immersion by making virtual spaces feel alive and interconnected. Battle Royale. Battle Royale games drop many players into a shrinking map where only one player or team survives. The genre exploded through games like Fortnite. Every match feels unpredictable because survival depends on looting, positioning, and adapting. The format works well for streaming because every round tells a different story. MOBA. MOBA stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. Two teams compete to destroy each other's base while controlling unique heroes with specialized abilities. Games like League of Legends helped make esports massive worldwide. MOBAs reward teamwork, strategy, and mechanical skill all at once. MMORPG. MMORPG stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. These games place thousands of players in persistent online worlds where they quest, trade, and socialize together. World of Warcraft became one of the most influential examples. What makes MMORPGs special is the sense that the world continues even when one player logs out. Visual novel. Visual novels focus heavily on storytelling, dialogue, and character interaction. Gameplay often involves reading and making choices that affect outcomes. They originated mainly in Japan and became popular for deep narrative experiences. Visual novels matter because they show that games can be driven almost entirely by story and emotion. Rhythm game. Rhythm games challenge players to match inputs with music and timing. Success depends on keeping pace with songs and recognizing patterns. Games like Guitar Hero turned music into interactive performance. They connect gameplay directly to sound, creating a unique sense of flow.